Hey, what's up, people? This is Panaorios, and welcome back to the Forgotten City. So, we have a lot to do today. I recorded an episode, and when I went back to edit it, I realized that my mic gain was way too high. So, I was basically yelling at you all. So, we're back here to re-record what we did. So, last episode, we found Scintilla in the cisterns, and she told us that her adoptive father, he was just there on the balcony, her adoptive father, Cynthius, kidnapped her. So we need to go and have a chat with him. I left her there, unfortunately, because I didn't want to basically kill everybody else by leaving this area. Yes, I know. Yeah, I didn't want to kill everybody else by leaving this area. So we have quite a bit of things to do. We found out so many things. We found out the name of the god who controls this place in that previous episode. We did a lot. But we're gonna go ahead and do it all again. And we'll see how it goes. Come on, don't fall. There we go. I feel like I went the long way. But it's okay. We need to go and talk to Cynthius. Now, is Galerius the mayor right now? Or the magistrate right now? I have no idea. Because I feel like I sent them all to do that in the last episode. But I could be wrong. Oh well. Here we go. Hello, Magistrate Cynthius. Not sure why you're still magistrate.
Alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
I'm Panaorios, if we've had this conversation before.
We have? Wait, if I understand correctly, someone is about to break the golden rule, forcing me to create a portal in time to bring you here? I must have entrusted you with figuring out who the culprit is. Only, I assume we failed, and you had to start over. Is that about right? If so, what happened?
I couldn't stop it from being broken. I broke it. Last time I said I couldn't stop it from being broken. Let's see what happens.
You broke it? Why in Pluto's name would you do that?
I just wanted to see what would happen. I was trying to save someone's life.
Well, it seems you failed. Spectacularly. Look, it's unfortunate, but all that matters now is that you make use of what you've learned and gathered and do better next time. Now, I assume you sought me out again for a reason?
Yeah, because you're keeping your daughter locked up. I know what you did to Scintilla.
Me? What are you talking about?
You're keeping her tied up in the cistern.
You know, you remind me of him.
Who?
Al Worth. The fellow who came through the portal before you.
You remember him?
Come now. Surely you didn't think you were the only one here who remembered everything. You see, my connection to the portal somehow preserves my memories from one loop to the next. Whether that was Proserpina's intention or a happy accident, I'll never know. But I'm surprised you hadn't noticed. Here I was thinking you were a little bit sharper than Al was. Or perhaps you're just more willing to break the rules. He was a moralistic fellow, never once compromised on his principles. And because of that fatal flaw, he relived this day many thousands of times before we finally had this conversation. I watched him come through the portal each time, always a little older, a little more disheveled, a little more haunted. And when he finally saw the futility of it all, as you're about to, it broke him. He drank a jug of wine, tied a noose around his neck, and took his own life, just before he was shot with a golden arrow. The next time I awoke, you showed up, but you've caught up to where he was so quickly. I mean, you've lived through the day, what, 6 times? Most impressive. And yet everything you've done has been in vain. Because there's no escape. Except the path that Al took, the path he wrote about on his tablet. What was it? Ah, yes. Best to take your own life now. So, you discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do about it?
You knew there was a way out and even locked up your own daughter to keep it a secret? Why? You're sick.
I couldn't care less what you think.
Hand over the key to the exit.
And why would I agree to that?
It's the right thing to do. If you don't hand it over, you might have an uprising on your hands. What's to stop me from taking it by force?
The only way you're getting this key is over my dead body. And if I die, I won't be able to open the portal for you again, meaning you'll have created a paradox. You see, it was my actions that brought you to this point in time, so if you kill me, you'll stop me from doing so, and you being here will be an impossibility. That means if I die, you'll be flung back to your original time, having caused the deaths of everyone here, and you'll never be able to undo it. Is that what you want?
This isn't over.
I certainly hope not. In fact, I want it to go on and on forever, until you wither and die like Al did, and the gods send yet another useful idiot to extend my life for me.
I'll find a way to break the cycle, and you with it.
What are you going to do? Beg the gods for help? They don't care about you, and neither do I. Now, get out of my villa. I'm bored with you.
Alrighty, well, now we know that he is the true villain here. So I'm thinking that if I wanted to just get out of here, I could just kill him, and then I'd be back in my own time. But everybody here would die. So we're not going to do that. What we're actually going to do is go and talk to Equitia and see if we could figure things out. Now, what I did in the last video was I went and I talked to the guy under the city because I thought I knew the name of the god, but I didn't. I mean, technically I did what I did.
Are to be tossed into the chasm. Magistrate's orders.
Yeah, and that's not gonna happen. Let's talk to Equitia.
Ave again. Did you find what you need?
Wait a minute. What's the status of the election?
It must be completed by dusk, just the same as any other official business. It'll be between Sentius, the incumbent, and Galerius, the challenger. Why do you ask?
Okay, let's do the election now. Can we start it now?
As I said, I'm planning to hold it
Let's take his
before
status
dusk,
from him.
but I suppose I could hold it sooner, if there's a good reason.
I want to see something. Holding it may prevent conflict.
Yes, I have overheard some rather unpleasant arguments. The last... Very well.
Okay.
Citizens,
I'm going to skip this part
Let us meet
because there's something I want to see.
Magistrate.
Because if you all remember last episode, I was talking to Dooley and all hell broke loose. I think something happened. I feel like Sentius killed Galerius. But then again, we did see Galerius here. So I'm not sure exactly why what happened. It was weird. Because we released Dooley, and then I grabbed the plaque from Dooley's back area, and then all hell broke loose. So I want to follow either Sentius or we'll follow Galerius just to see what happens after he becomes magistrate. So I'm going to skip this part, and we'll see what happens.
You can all get on with your day. Nothing else to see here. Move along.
Alright, everybody. The election is over, but I want to see what was up here. Oh, there's a chest up here. Wow, 1,000 denarii right up there. Beautiful. Oh, wow, that hurt. Okay. Yes, I know. Alright, I need to see what happens after Dooley gets out.
Fortune smiles on you today, Julius. Magistrate Galerius here has ordered your release.
You're going to let me out of here?
I'm sorry it took so long, my friend. And it wouldn't have happened at all if it wasn't for a newcomer. So be sure to offer your thanks when you can.
That would be me. Oh, I didn't know that it would stop it. Okay.
I will. Thank you, Galerius. I'm so happy.
I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got a lot of work ahead of me. Why don't you go to the baths? Then tell Georgius I said you could have some new clothes. Then I want you to go home and rest. I'll speak with you soon, Dooley.
Hello?
I was trying to skip this.
I'm Dooley.
Hi, Dooley. Yes,
Oh.
that's me.
Thank you. You're a big helper.
You're welcome.
You can have my shiny and maybe you can help me find my friend Hannibal. But before that, he gave me a key to the system. Please help me. Oh, thank
Alright,
you.
I'll help you. Alright, thanks for the
Hope
key.
you find
We didn't
it.
need this again, but thanks.
It is treasure.
Fortune smile on you,
Okay.
brother.
I could see it from my
So what
side.
happened?
So pretty. And it's
Salve,
just
friend.
lying out here in
I wanted
the
to say thanks for your... Now,
Maybe
Wait,
nobody
whoa.
wants it anymore.
I'll
all
be
right.
going.
Maybe no one will mind.
Okay,
if I
is it him?
just take
It is him. He did it, Dooley.
Don't you
Don't do
dare.
this.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the
The one
one.
that set it off. Okay, now I know. Dooley set it off. I just needed to know what happened. Now I know. I'm surprised he's still... Well, I mean, he does want to relive all of this.
Come and give me another day in the sun.
Oh, he sucks. Okay, so this might be a problem. Hurry up. Can I get the key now? You said over your dead body. Nope. Okay. I just needed to figure out what happened. I might have a way to stop this. I'm thinking now I have a way to stop this. Let me figure something out.
Salve, friend.
Yep. Oh, this is different. The golden rule is about to be broken soon. I need you to quietly get everyone except Cynthius ready to run into the upper cistern when the ground starts to rumble. Wow. This is a change of plans. Because we don't have the key to get out. Oh, wait. Okay, let's try something. This might be different. Let's try this.
What? That's a big ask. But something tells me you're not kidding. All right, I'm gonna stick my neck out and believe you. But I doubt I'll be able to gather more than a handful of people.
Okay, so he's not going to be magistrate, but everyone is going to run into the upper cisterns. Okay, this is definitely a change. Ow. This is definitely a change of plans from what I was planning on doing. Now I wonder, what would I do? Would I try to kill him and see what happens? You know what? Let's see what happens if we kill him. I can always reload a save. I'm assuming. Let's go and kill
On your best behavior, I
Cynthius.
trust.
Yep. Totally. Should I give him a chance to go and get people? Or should I just go in here and kill him? We'll see what happens.
Don't be so foolish. If you kill me, we all die. And if I die, I won't be able to open the portal for you again, meaning you'll have created a paradox. You see, it was my actions that brought you to this point in time, so if you kill me, you'll stop me from doing so, and you being here will be an impossibility. That means if I die, you'll be flung back to your original time, having caused the deaths of everyone here, and you'll never be able to undo it. Is that what you want? Now, get out of my villa. I'm bored with you.
Seriously, you won't let me kill him? Let me do it. I need to see what happens.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Okay. Time paradox. Now we're going back to our time. That's not what I wanted to do today, but I had to see it. I had to see what happened. Whoa. We went back to Al. You should be dead.
Oh.
Excuse me?
Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al.
Al Worth? I came in here to find you.
Here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
I'm Panaorios. I was hoping you'd know who I am. Nope, I'm
Really?
Panaorios.
That's strange. I was just reading an old tablet I found here. Well, trying. My Latin is kinda rusty, but the last entry mentioned someone with the same name. It described an event about 2,000 years ago. Someone with your name appeared in the city out of the shrine of Proserpina and murdered a local magistrate, breaking some kind of ancient law. It said that the voice of a furious god rang out, and the ground trembled and statues sprang to life, firing arrows at the city's inhabitants. Apparently, as the citizens screamed and died in pain, the stranger just vanished in a flash of light.
Weird. That was definitely weird. That definitely wasn't me. Actually, that was me.
What? You're saying you were here 2,000 years ago? I'm not sure I understand.
When I first arrived in the present day, I found your corpse hanging from a noose.
I'm sorry, come again?
I still have the suicide note you carved into this tablet. Here.
Let me see that. God, why does this writing look so familiar? I've spent a lifetime in this place going around and around in circles. This is disturbing, but I don't understand how I could have written it.
It was written by a different version of you. I changed the past in your fate.
I'm not following.
I killed the man who opened a time portal and drew you back in time, preventing it from ever happening.
So you're saying, because a man from 2,000 years ago is dead, he never created a time portal, so I never went through it, and that's why I don't remember any of this.
Now you're getting it.
Yes. So what you're really saying is, you brought me back from the dead to let me die all over again. You saw the tablet. I spent a lifetime searching for a way out and never found one. I can't see how I could possibly find one now, so it seems like we're both gonna die here.
I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I regret nothing. I made a mistake.
Mistake? You murdered a man in cold blood, and now there's a city full of dead people. It's only a matter of time before we join them. I guess all those old Latin inscriptions were right. Pro peccata unius multis dolabunt. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Wow. Reach ending 1 of 4. There's 4 endings? I need to get the other endings. That's amazing. Okay. That's ending 1. Create a time paradox. Are they going to send me back? Okay, they're not going to send me back. Alright, I'm going to let these credits play out, and then I think we're going to hop back in. We're definitely not done with this game. There's no way we're done with this game. Alright, everybody, we're back. We're back at the moment where I killed Cynthius. Alright, so at least we know what the first ending looks like. So I think we're gonna start working on hopefully getting
I just live here.
the other endings. So this loop that just happened, I told Cynthius, no, I told Galerius to get ready. So that's what he's planning to do, which means that everyone is unfortunately in a bad position. Galerius does not look busy. What are you talking about? Alright, let's go find Equitia. Maybe we could talk to her about getting the favor of a god. Hello, Akatia.
A new face. Ave, and may Vesta...
How would I go about talking to whichever god is responsible for the Golden Rule?
Well, I suppose we'd first need to figure out which god that is. And I'm afraid even I don't know. Although I have my suspicions. This might sound like a strange question, but please, humor me. How did you find your way here?
A young woman named Karen dragged me out of a river unconscious and sent me in here.
Karen, you say? And nothing about that name seemed odd to you?
It's an older name, but uncommon where I'm from. But not uncommon where I'm from. I think I see where this is going.
You do? Well then, have you spoken with any of the others about how they arrived here too? I really think you should. Go around and ask them what they remember, and see if you notice any patterns.
Alright, I'll do that.
Good. Thank you. But please be careful. I just don't want to see what happened to Livia happen to you too.
What happened to
Up until
Livia?
A few weeks ago, she was a perfectly productive member of our little community, darning clothes and cutting hair. She was always so chatty, always seeking out newcomers and asking them where they were from and how they wound up here. And then, about a month ago, she suddenly changed. She withdrew, stopped working and became despondent, started muttering to herself. Galerius and I visited her to see how we could help, but she just looked at us with this haunted stare, called us bloodless shadows, and told us we were ignorant of some pattern. Look, it could be unrelated. Perhaps she simply fell ill, or, as Galerius suggested, the weight of the Golden Rule was too much for her. But there is a small chance that she learned something, saw a pattern nobody else saw, and that it broke her. I just don't want to see that happen to you. So be careful, will you?
I'll be careful.
Thank you. Now, go and follow the thread of truth through this labyrinth, and come back to me if you discover any patterns.
I'll get right on
Come back
it.
to me once you've acquainted yourself with the rest of our neighbors.
Okay. Let's go ahead and talk to a couple of our neighbors. Let's see. Have we talked to you? Have we asked your story?
Panaorios isn't receiving visitors at the moment.
I don't need to talk to Malleolus. Okay, I know your story.
Whatever.
Let's go. What about Horatius? Do I know your story?
What is it, citizen?
Oh, I haven't talked to you at all. What's
I'm a
your story?
legionary of the 1st Italica, but there's not a lot of fighting down here. So the magistrate has assigned me other duties. I act as the magistrate's right-hand man, keeping an eye on his daughters. Daughter, I should say. And the others, and making sure they're all behaving. I also keep a register of new arrivals.
How'd you get
I'm
up
from
here?
Liguria, up north originally. I was doing all right for myself. 12 years into my service. Had a nice girl lined up for when it was all over. Not anymore. She's probably figured I'm long gone and moved on by now. I try not to think about it. My commander sent me to deliver a message to Rome. While I was there, I thought I'd do something nice for my girl and pick up a little pendant from a silversmith. That's when the crowd started flooding through the streets, shouting fire. People were screaming, trampling each other. Then some Genetricum Fugitor tried to take advantage of the chaos and pinch my pendant. I remember chasing him through the crowds, down towards the river. And then, nothing. Blacked out and woke up near here. No idea how I ended up floating so far downriver. But I'm fortunate to be alive, I suppose.
Sorry to hear
don't
that.
be. As Seneca the Younger said, difficulty strengthens the mind, as labour does the body. That said, Centilla's disappearance has been more difficult than I'd care to admit.
I wish I could tell you that Cynthius has taken her. I'll
All
be
right.
going now. I don't know if you would do anything, but I wish I could tell you. Alright, so he mentions a river.
Salve.
Galera, she's still busy. Let's see, is Rufus up here? Sometimes Rufus likes to... Excuse me? I know I was looking for you, but you didn't need to groan in my ear. Good lord. Alright, let's talk to Rufus. Do I know your story?
Better watch your step.
Okay, you're angry because I didn't stop your rheumatism.
What
Let's do that
business is
now.
that of yours?
Here.
Willow bark. Finally.
Yep.
It was I owe you one.
Yep, no problem. Now
No
leave
idea
Virgil alone.
I know, and I know. I'll leave him.
No problem. Okay, now let's act your story.
Can't talk long. Got to stay sharp, but... family's from Seleucia on Tigris. Babylon province. But I've been roaming a long time now. Even joined the legions. The 6th. The one they call Ironclads.
How'd you end up here?
Not sure. I was fighting with the 6th against Parthians in the east. Only my whole body was aching every time I took a swing of my gladius. It was the rheumatism.
The rheumatism.
Relentless. Unending. Of course, I wasn't going to get any sympathy from my commander. So I started thinking, what if, in the next battle, I just didn't try as hard, you know? What if I let my guard down just long enough? Next battle came, and all I remember is this bloody great savage coming toward me. And I just loosened my grip, and then nothing. I woke up by the river. Some strange man in an eagle headdress had fished me out. Kamut Tabal, I think he called himself. Then I found this place, and that's it.
Thanks for sharing your story.
That's all right. It just feels good to finally tell someone about it. Thanks for listening.
Alright, I'll be
See
going
you
now.
around.
Okay, let's see. We can talk to one more person before we... Yes, I know. Before we end this episode. You guys having a little chat? Yeah, I bet you are. Let's see if we can go and save Yulia while we're here. This probably doesn't matter.
What are you doing in here? She needs the resin of... What, Yulia? Hopefully that was...
I'm a time traveler.
I'm sorry, I must have misheard you. I think that was like the god. You just saved a person's life, and you should be proud of yourself. And maybe she can tell us who poisoned her, and who she meant when she was muttering about that. In the meantime, that's a...
Alright, so let's go talk to one more person. We've already talked to Rufus. Okay, let's talk to Georgius.
A fellow traveler from a faraway land. Greetings, I'm George.
Alright, Georgius. I know. You want to know where I'm from, but I really want to ask you some questions.
My friend, your words intrigue me more and more. But yes, very well. Ask me what you will.
What's your
My
story?
story? How kind of you to ask. I am a tailor and I run the humble shop in the forum.
How'd you end up here?
A good question. A very good question indeed. And I would be happy to tell you if only I could remember it clearly myself.
Why don't you tell me what you do remember?
I remember I had just been to Rome to sell an extraordinary selection of wares, and drowning in coin, I decided to celebrate my success. I rented a prestigious villa by the Tiber, invited over a few select friends, and we began making our way through some of the most exquisite wine money could buy. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Now, I have had visions and awoken in strange places before. I have even found myself naked in the desert sands more than once, but none of that compares to this. This time, I remember people screaming. then falling into a void as empty as time before creation, gasping for air, and then nothing. When I regained my faculties, I was lying naked by the banks of the Tiber, gods know how many miles from my villa.
So you floated down the Tiber?
Indeed. I'm lucky I was carrying a little extra weight. I believe it kept me afloat. In any case, it seems I'd been rescued and resuscitated by a benevolent stranger. I went to find firewood for his campfire, stumbled across a cave, and discovered that trapdoor temple. And here I am.
Okay. Tell Equity as some people mention a coin. Let's
Anything
talk
you
about
like.
something else.
I
I'll be
hope
going
that our
now.
paths cross again soon, my friend.
Okay, I think we're gonna leave the episode here. And the next one, I think we'll talk to Virgil and probably Fabia. Oh, Fabia, we haven't saved her yet. We need to go and actually save Fabia.
Help! You have
Yep.
a man around. You have to
Okay.
do.
Totally. I'll get right on it.
Thank you. I have to hide.
Don't go
What?
in there. Trust me.
All right.
Alright, cool. Alright, so that's going to bring us to the end of this episode. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, consider subscribing. If you didn't, however, leave a comment, let me know why. If you ever want to get in contact with me, you can follow on Twitter at Panaorios Gaming, or you can join the Discord, which is in the description of any of my videos. But with that said, I will see you all in the next one. Later.